This is response 5 of the video about self-doubt and like the business stuff that you were talking about. So I think you're getting a bit confused with like doubt and like negative response. Like doubt, I perceive it to be like not believing something. Like if someone doubts you, they don't think you're gonna make it. But when you're talking about business and stuff, I think I don't think people would doubt, like randoms would just randomly doubt you. Like I think doubt comes from yourself and friends and family, like people that you actually know. So yeah, so for example, in the YouTube thing that you were talking about, it comes down to like perspectives and how you see something. So like for a YouTube video, you said people are gonna get these negative comments and stuff, just hating, and that's up to you if you want to read all these hate comments and you want to listen to it, or like how you perceive it. And then but this will always be like the minority. Like you're not gonna make a video that you genuinely put your heart into and then people will just randomly hate. This will be like the minority. But if there's a lot of like, if there's like a higher dislike to like ratio, or like a lot of people saying like the video idea sucks or something, and it has something like specifically to do with the actual video, then maybe you need to take a step back and look at like what they're saying and take their response into hand. But if they're just talking about like your life and just roasting you for no reason, then that's different. Like that's just hating. Alright, hopefully there's less cars in this area. But yeah, so what I was saying is like it's how you want to perceive what you're receiving, and obviously the quote like "don't care what others say" is just an easy thing to say if you're getting a lot of like hate and stuff. Obviously subconsciously you're gonna take that, but ultimately it's like how you use like what you're given. Like if you have a lot of haters just hating on you, you can't really care about what every single person has to say. Like remember the time when I said Ariana called me short and weak and stuff, and then I said I used it at the gym as like motivation for the bench press and stuff. Like in reality I honestly couldn't really care less of what she thinks, but she said short and weak, and I took a step back and was like, oh yeah, maybe I am that. Maybe that is who I am right now, and that's my starting point, to get to my goals. So everything, like you said, it's like basis of truth, and it's how you want to receive that feedback and use that either to motivate you to put yourself down even further. And for some people it might hurt them, because the truth hurts. Like, but if you keep, when you learn to, it's not stop caring what others think. When you learn to accept it as this is your reality, then you will thrive. Like then you will understand that maybe you need to fix something about yourself, or if they're just downright hating, then maybe this person has nothing better to do, and you learn to let these things happen. You forgive them, and in a world there'll always be haters. No one will ever be happy with what you do. And like when you said the backroom bozos thing, people like the anonymous people just saying this is a copy even though you're just making it for fun, like obviously that's gonna be their first impression. Like even these like famous YouTubers that I was talking about, like when I told you like this guy called Brent Rivera and like Eric and stuff, and then your first instinct was that they were just copies of Mr. Beast. But yeah, as you like, as a like content creator, as you get bigger, you learn to like leave these comments, like, because you always get hate. Like, for example, Logan Paul and stuff, he probably feels really bad because like scammed a lot of people, and then there was a lot of hate. And imagine if you were in his shoes and you were just receiving all this hate, even though he did something. Or maybe it's time for you to take a step back and see what you've actually done. Like all this feedback or like doubt or whatever is yours to take in. You need, it's like the thing that we learn in health science, like how about like when we want to like learn stuff, we have to filter relevant, our brain filters relevant information. You have to kind of do that to like real life as well, and see like which stuff is useful. Like, let's say you have a video but then everyone's saying it's the quality is too bad or something, then maybe you need to take that into account. But if someone's just saying go kill yourself or something like that, then obviously these guys are just hating, you know. And same comes from like doubting. If like, as a true friend, you shouldn't like doubt other people when they say something. That's just how I see it. But like people, like family, close friends, will always doubt if you have some idea, because if you have like an idea and it doesn't follow like the normal society, people will think you're crazy because you're not falling back into that crazy matrix thing. So you always get doubt. But I believe this is why they're like people, this is why we're here for each other. And then you said you can't really, or not you can't, but like it will be harder for you to have negative motivation, because that will in a way like impact you a bit, because negative motivation is meant to be like true, is meant to be it's not like flowering like what you're trying to say and stuff. It's just being real, you know. Unlike positive motivation, when you like do something and then they say you're doing good, which is like something different. But yeah, like that's why we have each other, to give each other like encouragement and stuff. That's really helpful. Like I remember at work yesterday, like this is a good way if you want to have like good staff members and employees. You need to treat them right. So like, even though it was really busy and we were being like so rushed to do stuff, the manager just kept saying like, good job guys, you guys are doing well. And just like, even though she was asking us to hurry up, then a few seconds later she'd like tell us good job or something. That's just a way to like make you feel better, I guess, and that'll give you like that bit of encouragement. But that's totally different from like from positive motivation. Positive motivation is like, let's say you ran 5k but you didn't beat your best time, but it was like a good enough score. You could say, oh well, it wasn't my best day, but I still did pretty good, and it was top 10% of males or something. You can give yourself that encouragement, and some people thrive from that as well. Like they feel happy after that, and then. But yeah, I don't really think that helps me too much. Like if someone says that's good and then I'm just happy and content with what I've done, then I won't want to strive to push to do better. But that's different people. And you talked about business, like if a lot of people, we rely on these people to like make a profit and stuff. So yeah, that's true, but I don't think for a business perspective, right? I don't think that people would just randomly hate your business out of nowhere. I think the hate would more be like the quality is not good, or like the delivery time is not good, and obviously you have to take all this into account. This is all like feedback. That's why businesses do surveys and stuff. But even then, in like a business world, I'm sure you'll probably already learned about this, or like you're gonna learn about this, but there's something called stakeholder conflict, which means that you cannot satisfy everyone. Like there'll always be someone happy, whether it's like the customers, the employees, the managers, or like the suppliers. There'll always be conflict because you can't benefit everyone, and that's from a business. That's your job to take all of these into account and see like which one has more mutual benefits or won't impact your business that much. Like if one customer tells you they're never going to shop at your business again, I don't think that matters too much. If they said it's like a Coles company, but I get what you're saying, like how too much negativity and then that spreads like negative word of mouth, and then that'll ruin your business. I don't think you'll have those problems as like a business, as a startup business. You're gonna have doubts if you tell like people, like let's say your friend group, you tell them that you're gonna start a business, and then remember how you said you're gonna have a business and it's gonna be successful, and then you're gonna retire and in like a forest or something to think about life. Imagine if you said that to your friend group, they're gonna either just like not say anything and just look at you, or they're gonna laugh and say, yeah, go for it or something, because that seems unrealistic right now. But it's not unrealistic, it's just how I put it. And then it's your job to either not tell them about this so that you don't have these doubts, or you can tell them and then they doubt you, and then you take it as you're gonna prove them wrong, or they don't know what they're talking about right now because all they do is party. And then yeah, so ultimately everything comes from within yourself and how you look at things, like different perspectives. And yeah, there can be many ways to see something. Maybe something negative could turn into positive, or you just gotta have like look at how other people would see it as well and utilize that to your advantage. And obviously if you're getting too much hate, then obviously that also like that affects you. Like the quote, don't care what others think is good to a certain extent. Like let's say you're just in the city and then you want to perform, like street perform. You need to not really care what others think to actually start performing. And then a lot of the times it will be way better than you would actually expect it, because we have this thought like of everything, like this thought process of like, let's say you're late for class and it's in a lecture, and then you think you're gonna really embarrass yourself and stuff. So you walk in and then everyone is staring at you, and then you feel like you have these thoughts about how everyone knows what you're doing. And then this is actually an actual video on YouTube, and then it's like this thought process or something, like where we think about stuff that's way worse. And then so the person asks like the class of people, okay, I didn't explain it clear enough. So it's about this survey, right, like this experiment. And then this guy asked the student to wear like this embarrassing shirt and then to walk into this class full of people and sit down. And so he did it, and then the person with the shirt on was like thinking about how embarrassing this was and how everyone's going to remember it. And after class ended, they interviewed all the people in that class about what shirt he was wearing, and only like I think 5 or 10% of people could actually recall, but a lot of people said they forgot. And yeah, like just not caring what others think is good in like public spaces and stuff. Like I used to always care about what I'm doing in public, because but then I changed. Like I realized people, like half the people in the city are just NPCs and everyone's staring on their phone. It's like now I don't really care like what I'm doing. Like I'll literally just sleep on the train, not really caring about what the other person in front of me is doing, because at the end of the day you're never going to see these people again, and he'll probably forget about you in 5 minutes. So I think that's it for this video. And I'll be looking forward to hear your thoughts on like how it applies to different contexts and stuff. And I'll see you later.